Don't do your habits out of a feeling of obligation. Do them because they make you feel good. When we start doing a habit, usually we start it with a reason, with a need that we have that needs to be met. And we start very motivated and we start off on a very high note with that habit. And it happens very often with time that we lose that spark, we lose interest in the habit, and it just becomes this chore. It becomes a checklist. You have to check off your habit just to keep your streak. You just have to do it. You're not even thinking about the benefits of it. You just do it because you said you were going to do it, which is fine. But like I said, you really lose that spark, you lose that motivation, and you really forget the reason why you even started doing that habit. And it can affect you in your day-to-day life a lot when you fall into this mindset, because it just becomes dull. It becomes dull and it's just not fun anymore. And when that happens, I believe that it's so important to remind yourself of why you started that habit, the reason why you implemented that habit in your schedule, all the benefits that that habit gives you, or the need that needed to be satisfied, and that you found a habit to satisfy that need. And you can even, as an exercise, write it down. Write your habits down and write the reason why you started doing those habits. Write the motivation behind those habits, the fun behind those habits, how it makes you feel to do those habits. And very often I feel that it's only a matter of a change in perspective, a mindset shift to get you to enjoy your habits like you did when you started them. And other times, you might just be in a season that calls for different things. So yes, a mindset shift can really help you in this. But it's also important to analyze the season you're in, because do your habits become dull because you're just doing them out of a force of habit and just because you want to check off your box and keep your streak? Or does this season call for different things? And sometimes it's possible to change your habits. If a habit is just not aligned anymore, then okay, it's fine, it's not aligned anymore. Maybe you can find one that is similar but that is more aligned. But other times, I feel that maybe the problem is not the habit itself. It might be the goal behind it. Maybe you can keep that habit but have a different goal. And sometimes we can tend to fall into the all or nothing way of thinking, while meaning that you have a habit and it needs to be all or nothing. You do it all or you don't do it, or you need to achieve a very high standard for the habit, or you're writing it off and it's as if you didn't do the habit. But maybe the season calls for different goals, and maybe it calls for you to, yes, continue to do that habit, but instead of doing it super intensely, all or nothing, the highest standard that you can find, maybe it's about doing it, but having a goal that is lower on the scale. And depending on the season, maybe it will be best to have a goal that is not so intense, because then it just feels either easier for you during this season in your schedule, or if it's a season during which you have low energy, maybe the answer is to not put so much pressure on yourself, to achieve this habit in a way that is super intense, and like I said, that is super high standard. if you need to do this exercise right now, forget about your streak. Forget about the checklist that you need to do with your habits. Forget about all of that and bring your focus to your why, to the reason why you do your habits, to the way that they make you feel, to the reason why you started doing them. And that, I feel, relieves a lot of pressure, but it also allows you to enjoy doing your habits more. When you go into your habits, just keep in mind all of that. Keep in mind your why. Keep in mind the enjoyment that you feel when you do those habits. And keep in mind why you even have those habits in your schedule, in your life. Because if you don't like your habits that much, why do you keep doing them? Why do you keep putting those habits in your schedule if they bring you pain, if they bring you discomfort? Aren't you supposed to enjoy your habits? So really bring back your focus on that. And it's okay to have gone to a point when you feel bored with your habits. It's bound to happen. But just when you feel it, do that exercise. Do that exercise of trying to remind yourself of why and trying to focus on your enjoyment. What is very important is, like I said, to do your habits because they make you feel good and because they benefit you in so many ways, not because you feel obligated to do them. Take your power back on your life and on your habits, and also they're your habits. You choose them, so choose wisely and choose in a way that will make you feel excited about your habits, not dreadful